Alright. For once, I'm not gonna promise that this deck is actually good. There are a lot of question marks in the title for a reason. We've played Golgari for the last 2 streams. I'm allowed to goof off for an hour and see how this feels. Yeah, that sounds great. We have the domain draw. Yeah, Tidebind is already common in blue-black. I don't really like Tidebinder that much in standard at the moment. But maybe it's like a necessary evil against a few different things. Certainly not like a terrible card by any means, regardless. We're again playing against otters. Is the deck list out now? Exciting. So the responsible thing is obviously to answer the Vitality before they can have Torch open. Maybe I meant to do that, but I think ramping is like pretty important. Yeah, the idea of the list is announced. Yeah, I guess people are just making their own builds. This could go badly, but I think we need to develop. We can't just sit here doing nothing. Very reasonable. I want to just Sunfall. They can Torch to save the Vitality then. Yeah, I do know about the Meowdic thing. I was paying attention during that whole saga. And actually die if I Sunfall. Probably wait. Pretty awkward giving them 1/1s. Weirdly. What's the otter angle? We've actually played this deck on stream before. I don't want to talk about it too in depth for like because my teammates are playing it in WODs. I guess I would prefer for play patterns to not be well known since I know the deck really well. But we have played it on stream before. The stream was the first place it was played. I was the person who came up with the deck idea. My brewing paying off. Everflowing, wow, ooh, playing that card. Exciting. Alright, yes, this turn I am gonna Sunfall. Could go badly for me. Fine. Oh, I could also just Overlord. That's pretty good. Hmm. I've been playing the deck, it's sweet. It's very, very cool. Alright, we might die. Probably not. It could happen though. How do you research opponents' decks? I mean, mostly you just have to understand the interactions that exist in the format, right? Like a good enough baseline understanding of the format means you can look at a deck list and like understand the synergies and how it works. But obviously like the weirder combo decks in the format and stuff like that. Yeah, go ahead, Sophia. That's a great idea. The weirder like combo decks in the format and stuff like that are going to lead to it being slightly harder for people to just immediately figure it out. I have no idea what cards I meant to. Also, I'm increasingly becoming convinced we should not be playing this Collector's Cage, as adorable as it is. I should probably take it out of the list. Yeah, I think the list I played of Teema was before Tottentans. That's mainly because I didn't want to spoil the Tottentans tech. What does Collector's Cage do? Apparently not very much. The thinking was I could find Eternal Wanderer and flicker it and just cast my whole deck. And it's like kind of nice to Scrollshift as well, but it's a little tricky to enable. I don't know how good Beza is. Beza kind of helps against Totten Tans a little bit. Oh, I kind of need to kill Beans, right? Totten Tans deck's kind of obvious. I'm not sure I would go that far. I feel like a lot of people did not figure it out. So, probably means it wasn't. You sure lockdown. Crap. Yeah, you haven't seen the opponent's version though. Yeah, so Totten Tans was known tech. The thing that people didn't do was figure out the Otter package of talent plus the 1/2. That stuff no one worked out. I was already very familiar with it because I've been playing a bunch of the Dimir deck on stream, the Dimir Segovia deck. I was really enjoying the Dimir Segovia deck, which plays like literally the exact same package. So there's a questing druid. Unfortunately, I can't answer the vitality this game, so I might just die. I guess I can vacuum plus formation, actually. Yeah, I can do that. I wonder if I meant to bring in Rest in Peace. How many hits do you need for that 1/2? I mean, it's also a mana dork, right? It taps for mana with vitality. I think you need like 24 hits. I think the deck has about 24 hits, so I think it's already just like fine anyway. But it's also just like literally a mana dork when you have Enduring Vitality in play, which you intend to do at some point in the game because that's how you win. So. Alright. Destroy target enchantment. Yeah, 88% is like very reasonable. I think it's around that number is what I played on stream, and it's probably around that number is what's in the actual lists. Oh, this Thicket is never coming in. But also, even if the failure rate was lower, it would actually be kind of fine in that deck because of the fact it's a mana dork, which is great. Doing White Overlord would stop me dying to mopey beatdowns. Could be fine. Also mean that this Beza gets to make me a treasure. I guess we're pretty close to just hard casting the Green Overlord anyway. Gets me some tokens for my Fountainport. Yeah, this seems good. Ghost Vacuum is great. Rest in Peace and Ghost Vacuum have different use cases. I think they're both very good. Ghost Vacuum is better as like a kind of mid-rangey value card because it does things. But Rest in Peace, you sometimes like if you draw a Ghost Vacuum in the mid game, sometimes it's going to be too slow against the graveyard decks. Whereas Rest in Peace, you can draw in turn 5, and it will slam the door shut. So they're just like they're both very good. They're both different use cases. I think I like both cards. I think Throwback is worse graveyard hate than both of them, but it's also a pretty good card in the format because of all the enchantments running around. So. Oh, really? I didn't know it worked that way, that they get to get the vitality back like that. That's crazy. Very good to know about. Also, I'm just meant to get lost open. Also, I should have exiled this because they look. Apparently, it was fine. Apparently I messed up. Yeah, the lists that are going around are like 80%, 75% of the actual list. It's still pretty far off. Nice. Beat Tottentans, very nice. Okay, we could die. Certainly possible. Seems super likely, but... Mill 2, draw 2, 8 or more permanents, whatever. Oh my god, Effie. The deep lore. I secretly got rats into worlds. I guess I did, didn't I? Kind of funny. Uh-oh. Yeah. It's fine, no, you can comment on it soon. But now you can just enjoy being right, whilst other people are wrong. Which is its own reward. Fish down. Do I double block the flood cooler? I probably should. Yes. I get to keep one of my creatures. Block with the next turn. Is it the worst thing ever? I don't know. You can just like feel good about it. It doesn't have to be a whole thing. It's very hard for me to imagine I'm going to need 2 copies of Get Lost of them. Maybe. What am I doing? I mean, getting down a 6/5 block is pretty spicy. And then I have Ghost Vacuum to protect me. Or I could just like just channel this, have Get Lost open, draw a card with Fountainport, and that's pretty good too. Pretty worried things are about to start getting very scary. Thunder Trap trainer hit chances, hypergeometric. Google hypergeometric and put in the appropriate numbers. So you're looking at like, what is it, 4 cards? Yeah, you have like sample size 60, X number of hits, 4 looks, and you want one or more successes. And that is how it works. But you also start to learn like rough ballparks over time, the more you like play Magic and work out this nonsense. Which certainly helps as well. Like, you just kind of intuitively learn that like if you're looking at 7 cards, it's about 14 things to have 1 success. For example, just like things relating to mana bases you pick up really quickly, just from doing it so often. It's pretty strong. It's pretty strong. Maybe I should meant to attack last turn. Get a land. It's actually pretty nice. It's a token we could sack. We would have had the 6/6 on defense anyway. And after this turn, it's going to be a lot harder for us to attack. It was probably meant to. Likely a mistake. How am I? I'm doing great. I am doing great. Anyway, we're gonna start attacking with white Overlord, which is like the real nice one to attack with here. 2 blockers. Fountainport fodder. Rid of the 7 from the yard, because analyze the pollen. Oh boy, that is very... okay. Oh, we get to copy the land if I want? I guess I'm attacking anyway, so I can just start with this and see what I draw, but... Bunk. There's kind of no reason not to copy the land, right? Mana ramp is real. I guess I could copy a blocker, but I think we're fine. Nah, I'm not qualified this year. I fell off the train in Seattle. I lost my win in qualify in the Pro Tour and then lost my win in qualify in the PTQ. For like maximum sadness. I'm trying to get back on the train, so we'll see. Definitely feeling like more motivated at the moment than I have for a long time, so actually going to RCQs and stuff. Is this a Worlds deck? What I'm playing? Probably not. But it is pretty delightful. Oh yeah, I also missed my flight because I stayed till the finals of the PTQ that I lost the finals of. Just to make it like even worse. It's one of those things that's like kind of amusing cascade looking back on it. Now I have like distance from it. You know, at the time it was not the best necessarily. They have so many tokens, and I am so terrified. Oh, I might have messed up. I should probably meant to Parting Gust my Overlord at some point during this whole thing. Get some tokens and draw a card. Could be a Sunfall around here somewhere. You would think so. Obviously, Lockdown would help against this board, but it's really hard to ever board in Lockdown against that deck, I believe. Well, if I attack with this, I force them to jump block, so it's kind of a free attack. Or I force them to bounce spell. Either way, it's a free attack, right? I guess it's plausible they were going to block with a trainer and bounce it anyway, so maybe from that perspective it's not free. You're on 6. We're very dead next turn. Gotta get there. Yeah, they can bounce the vacuum if I get Luster, that's true. Good point. If I cast Overlord as a bot blocker, I have double thing open. Or I can hold open Fountainports to be able to dig to more removal. I guess I would rather do this. Okay. Aww. That's very nice to know about, Sophia. Alright. Don't kill me, please. Thank you. Like not dying. One of my favorite pastimes. Dang. I wonder if I meant to hit this town ain't big enough, or if I meant to save it to disrupt talent. I guess they already have one in their hand, it's fine. If they need it as analyze fodder, they just cast the other one. I should just chill. You get it, Nor. You get it. What is going on? 4 red mana, huh? Hottentans. Wait, what? Okay, they are not remotely on our list. Cool. Good to know. Also, this Storm Split is probably about to be quite good, I believe. Yeah, this is the Japanese list, apparently. Not on 68. I honestly didn't look. Yeah, the Japanese list doesn't have the best card in the deck. True. Well, a lot of mana. I'd say I love it. Just let this resolve. Make them take the first action with town ain't big enough. We do need to exile the Enduring, but I think I wait for them to. They get to do this in response anyway, right? I need to make them town ain't big enough first, otherwise my Ghost Vacuum doesn't work. Okay, and now I go for it. Well, I guess I want to use Get Lost, because then if they counter, I get to follow up with Parting Gust. So I guess this uses up my Ghost Vacuum activation. But the idea is if they counter, I get to save my Ghost Vacuum activation, right? Which is worth a lot right now. So now I can Ghost Vacuum to stop the talent if I need to. Oh, or they can have 2 negates. Die horribly. Also an option. Not clear I'm dead. Because I have this Ghost Vacuum open, right? Yeah, it's not clear we're dead yet, although obviously we certainly can die. They draw something nice off this Everflowing Well. Probably qualifies. Okay. Nice. You'd love to see it. Just don't have it. If they don't combo me this turn, they die on my turn. Ghost Vacuum has been working overtime. Oh my god, yes. Ghost Vacuum for the win. Let's go. That matchup feels so bad. Cannot believe we actually won. Alright. Cute. 4 Citadels might be. Yeah, that makes sense, Callie. It's kind of tricky, but you can also target, right? The targeting on the Ghost Vacuum is really nice. I will keep an untapped land every day. Interesting. Ooh. Climbing so many beanstalks. Okay. Oh, I love this deck. I played so much of this deck on stream a little while back. I'm a big fan of red-white enchantment mice. Very cool. I should probably just hold open a removal spell instead of drawing more cards. Sounds like pretty responsible. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I honestly have never heard of that. So if their final thing is the hexproof, I'm gonna look real. But I don't die, right? It would be +2. +2 is 4. 5. I don't die and then I kill the whole board, even if it is the hexproof. Maybe this is fine though. Maybe this just doesn't matter. I should just kill it on end stat. Like this isn't even, this is like 7 damage. If they have the hexproof, we're going to be very happy we waited. And if they don't have the hexproof, they probably can't win. So. Seems good. Wow, that looks so smart right now. We will take it. Wait, what? Seriously? Nicole's such a hero. Eating in Altenac, you'd love to hear it. Yeah, with Say Its name. Yeah. I am a big Nicole Tipple fan. Claire beat Kai round 1. Amazing. Loving these updates. When are we podcasting together again? Probably at some point. I believe the podcast is starting up again soon, but I am planning to hold off on being on it for a little bit. Some life stuff I need to do. I want to focus on building my stream a bit more. Kind of feels like a pretty big time investment to do the podcast stuff at the moment. But I do like the idea of getting in on it at some point, for sure. Yeah, it's top 4 cards. It should be around 90% or a little under, I believe, Alpha. Something like that. Make a one. Card. Sounds responsible. Chill and vibe for a minute. Force our opponent to blink first. It's the trample trick is pretty scary. Trample trick. Can they actually kill me with it? I think they can. Kill me. Oh. Oh boy. It would be exceptionally embarrassing to lose my opponent's multiple. Because I could conceivably die from sacking this. 1 free. Not double blocking. I kind of specifically didn't double block because they're the trample deck. Whether that is correct or not, unsure. We're about to get a 6/6. Definitely helps. Hawkeye Hero is spooky there. Yeah, it would have saved 1 more point of damage, and then we wouldn't have like our token to sack or block with this turn or whatever, you know? Not worth it. Token is kind of just worth a lot for us at the moment, I think. I think it's fine to sack the token. We'll probably find more resources. If not, our Overlord makes blockers, maybe. I don't know. I just need to find something. Hey, now that counts. That is very good. 7 life, a couple blockers, Fountainport fuel. Yeah, that is a card. Does that mean I'm allowed to attack with Overlord? I would kind of like to. But yes, I'm going to. Care if I have Razorverges later. Plausibly, I might want the mana. It seems unlikely, but Beza with the save, common Beza W. Oh boy, what's that? Flicker Beza. Oh, and draw some cards, I guess. That's also good. They don't block Flicker Overlord. Nah, Beza gains us 4 life. 4 life is amazing. Oh, does it know? Oh, they took the damage. You're right. I'm silly. Yeah, yes, you're correct. Oh, was I meant to not attack? I think I was meant to not attack then. I think gaining the life was like way more important than anything else that just happened. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Common not attacking with our 6/6 that gives us value line. Alright, red white. Wonder a minus was an option? It doesn't sound particularly necessary, I think. Maybe this is a talent out matchup. Arena UI looking unhappy. Indeed, indeed. They have ethereal armor. Does that make formation appealing? Yeah, I'll restart after this match. I want Wanderer because they might have Forge. The red 1-drop. Yeah, I think it's the red 1-drop. Cacophony Scamp has a dice trigger, but not everyone plays that card. And I certainly don't think a red-white Enchantress Mice list should be playing that card. They already have plenty of good 1-drops. Let's trim one of these on the draw. I think Sunfall's actually like a lot better against them than it is against mono red. Oh, make things lose hexproof? That's funny. I didn't consider that. I might still trim one Sunfall. I do think it is better against them than against that one. Quite a lot. Okay. I think Scrollshift is fine. Maybe it's worse here. It was really nice against mono red, flickering lockdown in response to bump spells. Maybe it's nice here. Disenchant Rescue wants to make your removal spell resolve. I don't think I've ever played the Mice Mirror. I kind of hate how most people build mice. I really liked the mice list I was playing previously. The only problem I was having with it is sometimes the Enchantress 1-drop, the Scavenger or whatever it's called, like a little bit inconsistent. That was like the one problem. I think Ethereal Armor is just kind of asking for trouble. Is my like intuition. Ethereal Armor is just like asking your opponent to 2-for-1 you out of the game when like your deck already has a good clock because you're a Manifold Mouse stack. Might draw Gust, and I want this in play. It's probably a good card, even though they haven't played a 1-drop. Keep forgetting to put lands behind spells. Oh no, Gabby. It doesn't give trample. Ethereal Armor has the problem that it's Ethereal Armor. I don't know. The card's fine in Bogles, but please don't find a land. Okay, good. Good. Unfortunately, if they disenchant this lockdown, they do get to hit me for 4. Would stink. Not pauper bogles, indeed, indeed. You love me some bogles there. Well, if I Fabled Passage, I can Beanstalk if they get lost. Not like I need to summon them necessarily. I might end up regretting this. Like, not inconceivable that I end up regretting this. It's fine. Please tap my Sunken Citadel arena. Oh, baby. Scrollshift. Let's go. Everyone's fave. Imperial Armor time again. We're running back the same play from last game of just no fear. Apparently not. Just hit me for 2. Acceptable. I'm just gonna get lost this. They clearly have something in hand. I'd like to force action. Yeah, that's fine. Parting Gust, huh? Do I Beza or do I Scrollshift? The Scrollshift is nice, but it also feels like a little dangerous. I feel like it's really hard for us to lose if we Beza. I guess if they had Trample Trick plus Ethereal Armor, that would do it. We're just supposed to shift right? Yeah, you might be right. Am I meant to do it in their combat? I would play into a Get Lost then. But I also stop them getting the Haster. If they would have a Get Lost. I don't know. Tricky. Yeah, the land enters tapped. I think for Sunken Citadels is probably too many, considering we only have 3 Fountainports. A little bit sketch. Might end up trimming them. Would kind of like to have 1 or 2 less tap lands in the deck. And the mana's felt pretty good. So, assume I want 2 Citadel. I would be inclined to agree with that assessment. Oh my god, this is going to be the best scroll shift you've ever seen, chat. Oh, why did I wait? They get the trigger now. Anyway. Maybe they end up using a trick. Seems unlikely. How many tap lands are good for a controllish deck? Entirely depends on your curve. Depends on like how many lands you're playing total. Depends on how much card advantage you play. All sorts of things. Impossible to just give a definitive answer to. Like, if you like in a weird example, if your curve has lots of 2s and lots of 4s and not many good 3s, suddenly you can get away with way more tap lands, right? Because like you can go tap land on 1, tap land on 3, and that's beautiful. I've seen plenty of control decks like that where you get to do that. But then you have like other cases where you're you know, you like curve out and have mana at every point on the curve, and it's a fast format, and suddenly you just can't actually play many tap lands at all. Or the tap lands are bad. Well, Mulligan. Like a gas keep. It's like fine, I suppose. Yeah, there's also standard formats where you just have to play tap lands. Indeed. They're right up on how to figure out the considerations to make. Yeah, Frank Carlson has some stuff. I think that's more numbers based on like number of sources you need rather than what lands are best or like how many tap lands you can play and stuff like that. Although that does play into it a little bit. Like if you need an untapped land on turn 3, you know, you probably need like 12 untapped lands, which is not many, but things along that line. And like scale that up. If you need like 2 untapped lands across like several turns, figure out the numbers pretty easily with hypergeometric. Too bad. I might just want to Overlord into Caretakers. It's like pretty good. Unsure. Oh my god, this is such a beating. This is like the worst possible. Oh, yeah. I guess you're gonna get a lot of cards too. Oh my god, you're kidding me. They're also just 100% an Enduring Curiosity deck, so basically we can never win. Basically we're stone dead. I think I meant to play a free drop. I don't know. I think if I play Get Lost, it's just gonna get counted anyway. Maybe not. Maybe it like maybe this is fine. If I Get Lost, like Sunfall next turn, I force them to like waste their mana, which is something. I need to Get Lost something. It's true. I'm just gonna wait. Like this way, we waste them. We waste some of our mana, but we waste their mana too. Which is honestly like worth quite a bit, I think. All right. Go after the Mastermind. Hopefully they don't have Plume Creed Escort. That would be very messed up. I kind of love opponent's deck. So Combat Research and Invasion of Govikan are not really a combo. Alright, they're gonna take Sunfall, obviously. I guess we then get to resolve an Overlord. It's pretty good. And they will get to draw a card off our Overlord, but we will get a ridiculous creature in play. Oh, that is quite the draw. Change of plan. Enjoy your fish. Play our broken card. Have a fish. See ya, Gabby. Have fun. Oh, that one has mention of consideration for tap lands. Nice. I do think you can like logic out a bunch of considerations. Oh my god, this is a token. Okay, everything. Okay. Yeah. This Sunfall and draw a card. I kind of want to like Caretakers and copy the land. Hit me and draw cards for it. Yeah, it's a good thing to be doing. Alright, favorite interaction in Standard coming right up. I can't tell you how happy copying the Hauntwoods land makes me. It's kind of just everything I want to do in the format at the moment. It brings joy. I don't know if it's good or not. It brings joy. The fact it comes in untapped as well. Like how many... You know how many times I've copied treasure tokens with Caretaker's talent? This is just like orders of magnitude better. You love the Scrollshift draw? Same, but I don't think I'm gonna go for it. I think I can just make a 1/1 and jump block. Not play into a counter spell. Draw a card anyway. Scrollshift will probably be good at some point. Yeah, it's great to have in hand. It is. If I would cast Sunfall, it definitely gets counted. Probably just beans. And then keep open my instance. I can either like answer the fairy or I can scroll shift my thing or whatever. We get to do something nice. It's kind of awkward that I can only actually do one of my things, I guess. Okay, well that lets me scroll shift. And I guess I'm just gonna like exile the Malcolm. Once it resolves. Blocker for this fish. We have the Sunfall looming, which we can now cast around No More Lies. Pretty hard for them to counter. I think we have the land advantage. I do get that impression. Very plausible. Yeah, this is the worst deck ever at getting Beza treasures. I've never played a Beza deck that's this bad at getting Beza triggers. Maybe the Abzan Heaped Harvest deck. Though that deck probably doesn't really exist anymore. It'd be good versus Domain. Yeah, we copy our lands though. Get your land drops, it's true. It's the most important thing. I've definitely kept like 6 land hands and control mirrors before and felt pretty good about it. First Bay. I wish we had another untapped land. Of course I do. Really scared. I feel like this goes badly quite easily. Anyway. Let them counter this. Draw 2 cards. 6 land hands and they drop a bat on you. The best is like, I've definitely had 6 and 7 land hands and control mirrors where my opponent duresses me turn 1 post board. And I'm just like, yeah. Oh my god, this is so sick. I continue to love the opponent's deck. This is amazing. These are the best reasonable doubts I've ever seen. Although my Overlord does get to attack now, I suppose. That's basic sometime. Very suspicious, it's true. Non-token creature. Am I saving this for the Fae? Or I could do something really weird and flicker this in my end step to get more mana and an extra card for next turn. Yeah, imagine needing to get rid of a token creature. That would be ridiculous. Who would ever need that? I think this Parting Gust is like suitably unimpressive at the moment. I'm actually going to go ahead and do this. Maybe there's no cost to doing it in that turn instead. Maybe we're happy if they target removal of this guy. Regardless, please don't kill me. A season of weaving mood. Indeed, indeed. 5, 6, 9, 10, 12. Presumably Beza should buy us time, but big assumption that anything we cast would ever resolve. Land, get a card. Definitely need to Beza before combat. Oh hey, another one. That's like actually pretty good. I guess I could Caretakers first. I'd rather just have my mana available. Drawing a card and wanting to play around more, No More Lies, etc. Ding ding ding. Very good card. I could hardcast this. I kind of want to like impending it so it has a higher chance of resolving. Maybe even play an untapped land before doing it, honestly. Just like such an absurd thing to resolve. Oh boy. Oh boy. Scrollshift. What a bad one. We could even re-Beza, and true. Doesn't seem like it's likely we'll need to, but I guess anything could happen. This might be like the greatest play ever, casting the stupid card. I don't really know why I'm doing this. I'm specifically not going to attack with my 7/6, I guess. Seems like we fairly trivially have inevitability here. I just want to make sure I can gain life if I need to. The unlikely scenario. Obviously, if I paid out 7 to them, we would not gain life. I do enjoy that I have once again proven myself wrong. I remember commenting a little while back about how it's really frustrating how Up the Beanstalk plus Green Overlord naturally pushes you towards playing Domain, and we are successfully playing a like pretty reasonable green-white deck with those two cards that is not Domain, and have actual reasons for doing it. Don't know how we ended up in this world, but it's pretty good. I could flicker it. Seems so much worse than flickering like almost anything else I have though. So I don't know. I guess they can have it. I feel like we're probably flickering the mist, right? Some blockers. And they're probably just countering it, and that's fine. For a Traxer in the stack. Indeed, indeed. Couldn't we just? Oh, I lose my 2/1 flyer if I double block this. Maybe sus. Get to gain life off the space. I don't know. Everything seems fine. It's true. I would get to play more tap lands, Bobbin. That's pretty appealing. I also get to play 3 mana instant speed Oblivion Ring that always gets blown up because every deck has like 5 disenchants post board. Very compelling. Wow, okay. That makes sense. Means we get more Beza tokens though. Oh, they're gaining life. That means I'm allowed to attack them. Love it. Probably should. Like, maybe they're crazy and have adjacent their deck or something. Not inconceivable their life total could somehow matter. Yes. Parting Gust. Oh boy. And get lost. You love to see it. Cards. I will say, in this matchup specifically, kind of wishing I had a third Cavern of Souls. That would probably be pretty good, but you know, here we are. Here we are, I suppose. costs more than 3, true. Ooh, love this. Love this for us. Probably shouldn't be tapping our Fountainport. Also, just not remote matter. Amazing. When I rebuild this mana base, we need to add more Cavern of Souls, since the Dimir matchup was spooky. I assume I want lockdowns against them. I kind of wonder if I want Smite against them. It's pretty bad if they have Creed Escort, but Wanderer seems heinous. That seems nutty. It's been quite good. It felt quite bad against Dimir, but we've been winning other than that. The Caretakers plus Overlord thing is really nice. And I think the compelling thing about this deck is if you look at a lot of like domain lists, they're much weaker when they don't draw Beanstalk. If you look at a lot of Caretakers talent decks, they're much weaker when they don't draw talent. So having access to both of them makes it so much more likely you draw one of the cards that like super turbocharges your deck, right? It's actually like surprisingly reasonable deck building, I think. Question mark. I think Sunfall's just never resolving. I should maybe trim 1, maybe even 2. Never resolving in a million years. I think we do want these Smites. I trim a Beanstalk. Pretty awkward. It's like good against counterspells. It's pretty awkward against Mastermind. Scrollshift is so nice against counterspells. Holding it out might just be like crazy. You think I need to keep Scrollshift? Yeah, it's probably meant to. If they ever tap out in your end step and you get to Scrollshift or White Overlord, that's like kind of unbeatable for them, it feels like. Just having instant speed stuff that's like reasonably proactive seems appealing against that deck. Green Overlord is nice. Do wish I had a Cavern. I am going to be adding a third Cavern after this match because we're retooling the mana base anyway. Third Cavern sounds very appealing. If I play this and they play Mastermind, I get a little sad. I could just hold open Pawpatch and stop them developing a meaningful threat this turn. Do I just kill it? They might put a Curiosity on it. Then they might... I don't know. Then they would counter it and draw a card, but then we'd get to kill it in our turn. Kind of unclear if that sequence for us, but I think I'm just going to kill it. Feels like just keeping the board clear is going to be nice. Miss a land drop, that's phenomenal. They go. I think I'm going to let them untap. So don't want to give them a fish they can Curiosity onto immediately. Then I think I am going to Parting Gust it so they don't get the loot when they're missing land drops. And if they want to fight over this, that's completely fine with me. Then I get to like resolve something powerful. It's only bad for me if they like specifically Plume Creed, I think. But if they just cast a normal count, yeah, that's all. Means I get to resolve something. How come your opponent played Time Walk? There's a bunch of ways to get Time Walk. Yeah, there's Oracle of the Alpha, I believe is the main one. I don't know if there are others. I know there's other ways to get Moxen, but your opponent probably got it off Oracle of the Alpha, like Gwen pointed out. I kind of just want to resolve this. It's going to draw me so many cards against them. Against their counter spells. How? Oracle of the Alpha. Historic's weird. It has like digital only cards. And one of them literally puts a Time Walk in your deck. It's very cool. I know a lot of people really, really hate the digital only cards. I honestly think they're kind of sweet, but that's just me, I guess. Well, Oracle technically isn't digital only. This is true. True. You're a hater? I don't judge the people for hating it. Like, I kind of hated it initially. But wow, this is like hilariously brutal. Holy shit. Aven Interrupter. Pretty good against Elspeth Smite, huh? Yeah, if you cast Oracle, it'll put a Time Walk in your deck. You hate them on a case-by-case basis? I just find them kind of fun. I don't know. I get it. I get that, like, they're really silly and not really what we think of as magic, etc. But I have to confess, I do find them kind of fun. A lot of them. Like, Jet Collector is such a treat, y'all. If y'all have never played with Jet Collector, let me tell you, you need to. Yeah, it's a rate monster. That card would be like a vintage staple if it existed. If Jet Collector existed, it would be like one of the 5 or 6 best creatures in vintage, I swear. You would definitely be a legacy staple immediately, yeah. When I played it in the Deathrite deck, it felt like the second best card in the deck after Deathrite. Also, like, I don't know. Crazy. I get that it's like maybe kind of miserable to some people because it's so pushed, but I don't know. Sometimes you just want to play ridiculous cards. Make sure I definitely have priority, I guess. Oh, they have a fucking light shield array. Oh my god. Well, at least I forced them to sack it. That's something. Dream. Yeah, blue mana acceleration on a body that also reanimates threats on lock pieces. It also is kind of a lock piece. If your opponent kills like your Jet Collector and you draw another Jet Collector, you're just laughing. You're just like, okay. Literally every removal spell on your deck is now a blank. Because my Jet Collector reanimates my thing that can reanimate all my creatures. It's so foolish. Oh my god, I can't ever win. What is Beza? Yeah, I also just kind of don't like Psychic Frog much in the format, which is maybe a weird take. Yeah, the Froll is real nice. I agree. Froll is doing good work. Oh, Emerald Collector? Yeah, I knew you meant the blue one. I figured out you meant the blue one. The names are so confusing on those cards. Most people dislike Psychic Frog. Oh, is it not really? Does it not see much Legacy play anymore? Last I heard, it was kind of like messed up in Legacy. But I'm pretty far behind on final formats and knowing what's actually going on in them. Oh, it's these turns. Right. Yeah, I think Psychic Frog's really overrated in Timeless. My experience playing, like, it's a fine card. I played like a couple in my Bug 75. I think the problem with Psychic Frog is that in mirror matches, it's like the only thing that trades down on mana that doesn't generate you card advantage in the process. Which is really sad. Like, you play your Psychic Frog on 2 and your opponent has a like a Fatal Push, And suddenly that's like actually a pretty meaningful tempo swing in those mirrors. Whereas like if your opponent has like the fatal push for like some of your other 2-drops, you at least get to you know, generate card advantage in the process in some way, or you can time it so that like they're tapped out and then you like guarantee the card advantage. A good card. This doesn't get stopped by Thrall, right? It's an enchantment. Believe that is how it works. Cool. Very nice. I guess I just say go. I have no idea how you can ever keep up with that, Sophia. I have one partner at the moment, and like, kind of feels about like the amount of free time I actually have. I don't want to get rid of this. This is the one that actually attacks into my 2/1s. It's so big. I know that Mastermind is drawing them cards. I guess the Thrall is stopping me gaining life, but DFA, very well. Hope you enjoy watching Sanctum crush it. I guess I should have let us draw cards before I cast that. That was slightly silly. Anyway. Feels like kind of close. Feels like they're one good card away from making things real spooky. It seems like they're not casting the card, but yeah, this Smite is pretty heinous sales. it's just chilling right now, you know. Just chilling. I guess I draw a card. Probably worth giving up the treasure for, although unclear. The Restless Cottage. There's more question marks today. I'm aware of the disappointing lack of Restless Cottage. Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, now we can kill the Mastermind, I guess. I kind of want to kill the Thrall is the problem. Oh, well, that's nice. Actual best deck doesn't play Cottage. True. True that. Do I just kill both the flyers? Hmm. Yeah, I could also blink White Overlord, true. Well, I can't. Parting Gust can't target it. That would be really messed up if it could, though. Alright, they didn't get priority. But yes, I'm just gonna get rid of this Mastermind. Arena helping me out with my decision making. I guess I die if they have a Flicker spell? I wonder if I was meant to, like, flicker my Beza instead. If they have a bounce spell, I die. I was probably meant to flicker Beza instead of exiling Mastermind, maybe? I guess that doesn't give us a clear plan for dealing with the Mastermind long term, but... Alright, just cast a Beza. I don't really care about attacking them, I guess. Maybe I should do, but like if they counter this, I need the blocker, is the thing. Brick. Oh, is that just lethal? Yeah, pretty good. I guess Sunfall would have drawn me cards. They would have like dug me towards a removal spell potentially. Tricky. Roll was quite annoying that game. Yeah, Beanstalk has to be, well, not cast from hand, but this says CMC 4, regardless of how much we pay for it. We paid 6, but it's always CMC 4. What happened? The meta is ever changing. Really can't predict how quickly this meta game is going to change. TBH. Oh yeah, we were considering Scrollshift. Kind of like it. These Elspeth Smites feel incredibly awkward against Aven Interrupter. But they're pretty good against a lot of other things, so I don't know. I do think I want Scrollshifts in my deck regardless. That card seems very nice against them. Yeah. Getting them to like cast Interrupter on their turn can be pretty nice though, here's the thing. Kind of tricky. I think I do just want all of them. Also, I have to assume they have Enduring Curiosity in their deck, and kind of need anything that can deal with that card. All Partition against Lockdown is very scary. Okay, I mean, this hand has potential. We have Beanstalk on the play, which means it's going to resolve. Great. We have to hope we don't get interrupted into oblivion with these smites, but also hope we find the third land, of course. Oh my god. Holy shit, dude. Oh my god, these Elspeth smites. I am losing my mind. I hate this card. Bobbin was right all along. Oh my gosh, Sophia, A+ response. Alright, I would love to draw Cavern of Souls next turn. I think that would be pretty delightful. I think they're considering whether they're going to Curiosity us this turn. Oh, they're going to Invasion instead, okay. They probably just take the Hauntwoods, I have to assume. Yeah, they take the Lockdown. Lockdown's like slightly awkward against Invasion if they have an answer to it, but I guess this means they just don't have an answer. I should crack this now, because Tidebinder is in the format. I would like to not lose the game for that card. See, they can interrupt a Smite, but then they don't get to counter my Hauntwoods. They're probably just not going to attack. Elspeth's unplayable Smite, it's so true. So true. Okay, well, they're going to counter this, but they don't get to draw a card off the combat. And we get to Overlord. If we could draw a white source for our white Overlord, that'd be pretty absurd. Okay, land please. You. Actually pretty good. Lets me have another Smite open. Oh no, it doesn't. It has a ward 1. Oh god. Scream. At least we got a land though. Land's good. Land's good. We have a Plaza of Heroes as well. This Skrelv is never dying. Good lord. I feel like literally whatever I'm going to do is going to get countered, but... Oh my god. Oh my god, we have 2 blockers, and we drew a land. Maybe we're in this. Maybe this game's actually winnable now. What happened? How do they have nothing? Nice Doorkeeper Thrall versus my Overlords. You love to see it. Opponent's deck looks so good. Opponent's deck is like exactly my kind of deck. Though I'm not convinced that necessarily makes it playable. I really hope it is playable. I kind of like to play it myself one day, but I feel like counterspells are really poorly positioned in standard is the problem. I'm not a big fan of counterspells in the standard format. But I guess they have the Gobblekin to help with that a little bit. That's definitely something, right? Pawpatch, huh? Red wasn't so popular. It's also Cavern of Souls as well. I kind of think counterspells are like specifically good against the card Sunfall and kind of not much else a lot of the time. Has been like my general experience. Like counterspells are like this necessary evil against the card Sunfall. And like sometimes you play Quench for like curve reasons. And that's about like the limit on them. So many bugs. Look at all these bugs. Horrible. Thing. No reason not for me to just like wait. See if they play a combat research. Doop. That's so fuzzy. I've not actually looked at the artwork before. It's kind of incredible. Fuzzy moth pals. Alright. I kind of just don't particularly want temporary lockdown. I don't know. It feels like pretty unnecessary. When we have all these bugs. It feels like it's asking for trouble, because then they can destroy the lockdown and get their nonsense back. I think we've only lost one match today with this deck, right? Interrupting the black virtue means they can just cast it for 0. Wow. I did not realize that. That's kind of a disaster. Even Interrupter as a card I thought would see a lot more play than it actually did. I was very, very high on that card in spoiler season. And it's kind of seen like close to 0 play. Yeah, it's more clunky than I expected. It didn't really read very clunky to me, but in practice it kind of is. When it's good, it's really good, but the clunk, yeah, it's kind of my feeling. You can have so many fish, my friend. Enjoy each and every one of them. Clunk. So long, and thanks for all the fish. Indeed, indeed. Oh yeah. Beautiful. We won a lot with this deck. I'm surprised. I didn't know if this would be one of. Sometimes I build a deck, and I'm like very aware that in an hour into the stream I might just need to jump to something else because it will feel bad. I was worried that would be the case with this, but it's actually felt like surprisingly reasonable. I do want to change this mana base though. I want to trim a Sunken Citadel.